What's up, YouTube? It's Hector from Not Too Nerdy. Welcome back to another garage/yard sale video game pickups. Now, just to let you know, there's a lot of noise going on outside. People are either cutting the grass or doing something, and it always happens anytime I film this series, so it's kind of funny. But anyway, about the garage/yard sales this week, it was kind of slow, which is really weird. It was perfect temperature, it was nice and hot outside, and there was a lot of garage sales going on. But for some reason, anytime I went to garage sale, people were like, "Oh, we don't have video games or anything." I'm like, I mean, it's okay to not have video games and stuff, but a lot of these listings, before I went there, I mapped out where I'm going for the whole day. Like, these people claim to have video games in their Craigslist listings or something, and all of a sudden they say, "Oh, we might have typed that in by accident." What? If you say you're gonna have something, have it. Don't just type it down and make people go there for no reason. But anyway, I was able to salvage and get some games and stuff like that. So, but without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so this first house I stopped by at, this lady, she said her son had a lot of different video game stuff, but he's off to college and stuff, so he said it's okay to get rid of everything. So she grabbed a couple things, a bunch of random different games. Let's start out with the first one, which is World of Illusions for the Sega Genesis. Actually, box comes with the label, the manual, and the label's in perfect condition. So I was really happy with that. They only cost $1, which is pretty cool. What else we have? Next ones are PlayStation 1 games. There's 3 of them. First one was Quake 2, and it's actually has a manual. It's perfect condition. So that's pretty cool. Next one is Driver 2, which is a dual disc. Both of them are in perfect condition, and it comes with a manual and everything, so which is really good. Now, the next game I have, which is definitely one of my favorite games of all time, I think it is my favorite game of all time, which is Metal Gear Solid. Now, I already had this, but it was not in this great condition. Like, the case is in great condition, the inside it's great. The manual, everything's in perfect condition for this. So that's why I'm like, I have to get this. And so far, each of these were $1 each. So, which is a really good price for all of them, I think. And there's one last game that she did have, which I was looking for because the game that I have right now is in really, really bad shape. And, I have all the accessories to this. And that game is the House of the Dead 2. This is for the Sega Dreamcast. Now, I already have the light guns and all the stuff that you need for it. So, I already have the game as well, but it was so scratched up, it's so messed up that, I needed to replace it. And that's the original game that I had when I first got my Dreamcast. So, I don't know what I did to it. Usually I take great care of my games and stuff, and that was the only game that I managed to screw up. I destroyed that game. So it was really nice to get it complete. As you can see, it's perfect condition. Open it, has manual and everything. The disc is in great condition, no scratches at all. So I was really happy with all that. And that was also $1. So right there, as you see, all of those $1 each. I didn't think it was a bad price at all for that. And plus, like I said, it was really nothing going on. So I was sort of anxious to get something. Now, the next bunch of games I got was from a flea market. So it's not from a garage sale. But I just want to explain something to you guys real quick. Well, let me show you the games first. First one is Marble Madness for NES. You can see everything's in good condition. Looks good. Galaga. So that's good right there. The Goonies 2. Even though there was no Goonies 1 for NES, at least. Just to let you guys know that. And Back to the Future, which is, one of the best companies ever, LJN. But what I want to explain to you guys is someone actually asked me in the comments down below, it was a couple weeks ago, I think it was for episode 1, they asked me, how do I get this at, flea markets, or, I think it's episode 2. They said, how do I get these at flea markets in such great shape? The label, everything looks clean. Well, to be honest with you, they're not in great shape. They never were. There's usually markers and there's stickers and stuff like that. But I'm going to show you guys a future video of how to remove that stuff. Unfortunately, I did it for this episode and the video got screwed up. So I already removed everything. So it was too late to do it over. So the next time I get a video game that's in bad shape, NES card, Super NES, something like that, I would show you guys how to remove it. But just to tell you real quick, if you see any mark or anything like that, the Mr. Clean Magic Eraser actually could get rid of that stuff. You put like a dab of like Windex on it and you can actually scrub it away and it comes right off. So all these that you see were not in perfect condition, because especially if you get it from like a reseller or something, they don't clean it usually. They just, wherever they got it from, they just resell it right away. They usually don't clean it and make it look good. But as you can see, like all these are like great condition. Like that's what I look for when I go to flea market or something. I look to see the label. If the label's in perfect condition, for the most part, you could clean everything else. So if the label's in a perfect condition, look at the front label, look at the back label. If everything's in perfect condition and there's really not too many dents or scratches, you'll be able to clean it up for the most part. So that's what you have to look at. And by the way, all these games, it was funny because she wanted, once again, it's the same lady I went to the week before. She wanted $5 for each game. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to do $5 for each game. So we were going to do $2 for each game, but then she said, all right, well, I remember for last time. So instead, I got 4 of these games all for $5. No, $6, sorry. So I did $6 for all this, and she knows that I'm going to keep going back to her. I'm going to pretty much go back to her every week to see what else she has. So she's going to hook me up with that stuff. So $6 for all these games. I have no idea how she went that low, because I was thinking that she's going to make me work down to like $9, something like that. But she did. She offered $6 then. I'm like, okay, why would I argue $6 for these 4 games? Now, I mean, these aren't like rare games. They're not, they're really not that hard to find at all. But the fact is, it's really clean and everything looks really good. To me, that's very important, that the labels, everything look good. So I was happy about that. All right. And that's pretty much it. There's really nothing else that I could get this week, which kind of sucks. I did have trades that I did do on that website, leaptrade.com. So I'm going to show you guys that real quick. First game that I got in a trade was Need for Speed Underground 2, which I used to love this game. Like, I still have an original memory card for this game. Unfortunately, I didn't have the game anymore, so I was kind of anxious to get it back. So you can see, has a manual, has the game, everything's in perfect condition, which I was really shocked. So it's another one right there. And we also have Jack 3. Now, this one is the greatest hits, unfortunately. And another thing that's bad is there's no manual. So besides that, I was still happy to get this. It was very simple to get, it didn't cost that much trading wise on that site. And I think all that's from leftover credit I still have from a bunch of games that I traded a long time ago on that site. Now, the next one that I also traded for is 2 PS3 games. First one's God of War Saga. So this one includes 5 games inside of it. So this person, that when they sent it to me, it's kind of funny because, this is the first thing I got from that site that wasn't open. They gave me a sealed version of this game. And usually, I don't like to open sealed versions, but this is a PS3 game, so I'm really... I want to actually play the older games in HD, so I'm like, you know what, I really don't care if it's sealed, I open it. Usually I don't like opening sealed games, but this is a PS3. It's not that many generations behind, so to be honest with you, I'm like, whatever. So I open this one, and yeah, just to let you know, it includes the God of War 2, God of War 3, and it does God of War Chain of Olympus and God of War Sparta, which is the the PSP games, I believe. So that's what includes in this series. And the last one that I got from them was Eco and Shadows of Colossus. Yes, I said Eco because a lot of people say Ico, but the I in Japanese it'll be the same sound as like 2 E's, and then it'll be Ko. So it'll be Eco, like that, not Ico. Just to let you guys know. I always hear people say Ico, and it makes me irk inside. Even the developers say it's Eco. So just to let you guys know. But anyway, these are both good games right here. I was able to get both of them on this. And, it's a good value. Like I said, it's all free credit for me. It's traded from the site. And both these games are good. And this is the HD version of it for the PS3, which is really good. Because both of these are classics and stuff. So it's nice to have both of them back on that. And that is pretty much it. And that's all I got this week. Unfortunately, it wasn't a great week. I was able to salvage it. It's kind of weird that all these places that listed they have video games, and when I went there, they didn't. It really bugged me out because that screwed up my whole schedule. And then by the time I did go to the houses that had video games, they already gave it away to people that were there as soon as they started. So that's what bugs me out about this. Like, sometimes when you plan it out and people lie about it and they accidentally type in something, you plan your whole day around that, and then you go there and they don't have anything. You just wasted your time in that area. Like, yeah, I did have a bunch of other garage sales in that area to go to, but like, it really messed up the timing because I chose to pick that house first. You know, you're taking a risk when you're like, all right, I'm going to go to this house first, and if that house has nothing, then like, the one house that might have had something, you should have went there first because, you know, someone's going to catch you slipping, like the Game Chasers say. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys next episode. But before you go, just let you know, if there's anything that you guys want to trade or anything, just let me know in the PM. You know, I'll see what you guys have, and like, I'll show you like a list of things that I'm looking for, and maybe we could do some trades, stuff like that. So definitely either comment down below and or PM me. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate the thumbs up. That lets me know that you guys actually like the series. I love this series. This is like one of the few series that I've done that I really enjoy doing, and like, I'm going to do it every week because it's something I always used to do, and it's fun to get back into it and start collecting games again. So this is Hector from Not So Nerdy. I'm out. See you, YouTube.